Hello, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Cami, and we're communications specialists at the Walton College of Business Communication Center. Today, we'll be talking to you about Kinesics.
If you've ever seen Talladega Nights, perhaps you remember the scene where Ricky Bobby is interviewed on live TV, but doesn't know what to do with his hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Or maybe you've sat in the audience for a speaker who made you feel nauseous because they paced around so much. These are just two examples of speakers not knowing how to properly use their body to aid their presentation.
Oftentimes, people aren't even aware of what their body is doing when speaking publicly. So this video is intended to help students better identify how to manage their gestures and overall bodily movement. The term we'll be using for this is kinesics. Kinesics are a critical nonverbal element that strengthens a speaker's delivery. Not having effective gestures, posture, facial expressions, appearance, and eye contact can severely limit one's credibility and ability to engage an audience.
Let's start with appearance, as it is one of the first impressions you will have on your audience. Above all else, your appearance should be neat and respectable. The degree of formality depends on your audience. A good rule to apply is to dress one step above the audience. For example, if you're speaking to a classroom full of your peers who are dressed casually, there's no need to wear business formal attire as it isn't comparable. But you will want to distinguish yourself as a speaker by looking slightly more polished than they do. As another example, if you're speaking to a room full of business executives, a three-piece suit or something similar is typically expected.
Keep in mind, it is never a good idea to wear informal accessories such as baseball caps or lanyards. Likewise, you should refrain from wearing distracting jewelry or clothing with words written on them. Finally, be sure to spit out your gum before speaking.
If you're ever worried about what you should or should not wear during a presentation, here are just a few pointers. First, remember that simplicity is key. Some of the most successful business persons continually wear solid, plain clothing. Aside from distracting accessories, your clothes themselves can be distracting. A few things to keep in mind are patterns, colors, and fabrics. If your dress shirt or slacks are patterned, think about the context of the situation. If presentations are being recorded, some patterns can result in distortion. Likewise, some patterns won't fit the level of formality of the situation, resulting in a lower level of credibility. Certain colors, too, can be distracting. While solid garments can seem like a safe bet, sometimes the colors can be overwhelming or not fitting for the presentation. If speaking in groups, it might be a good idea to coordinate attire to gain credibility. Lastly, think about the fabrics of your clothing. Certain fabrics have the ability to hold heat, like flannel or wool, and others air naturally, like Egyptian cotton. Consider the way your body reacts when presenting and find a fabric that's complementary to your specific body temperature. Also, when using a projected visual aid, such as a PowerPoint or standing under spotlights, be sure the fabric you're wearing isn't transparent, allowing the light to pass through.